As you're all probably aware, Blizzard had a fairly big announcement on Wednesday as well as the normal announcement for the upcoming season, titled Honor and Glory. Hey, they spelled it wrong. And honestly, it looks pretty good. There is a lot we need to talk about. They weren't lying when they said this announcement was huge. New gameplay changes, new features, new weapon variants, new skins. Yes, there's both a Mercy and KarQ one. New heroes, yes, plural. And a new game mode, and general quality of life updates, one of which I predicted literally a couple of weeks ago. Without further ado, let's get into it because, oh my god, there's so much. We honestly might be back. Let's go in chronological order, starting with Season 15. As far as theme goes, there's not really any specific theme. The whole focus of the season is the rank reset and the introduction of the new weapon variant Cosmic. If any of you played Black Ops 3, it's literally just dark matter from Black Ops 3. It's really cool. It's a much more complicated weapon variant, which I'm glad they're doing because it opens up more possibilities for the future weapon variants, like imagine a magma variant or something along those lines. They also announced that rank icons are coming back to the hero portraits this season, and that anyone who ranks Plat and higher will receive an exclusive weapon charm at the start of Season 16 to reflect their rank, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, I forgot the actual main feature of this season. Perks are being introduced to the base game. The way these work are kind of like how leveling works in League of Legends. As the game goes on, you level up, unlocking a choice between two perks for both one minor perk and one major perk. For example, Orita's minor perk can either be Heat Dissipator, critical hits from your primary refund heat, meaning it takes your gun longer to burn out, or Fleeting Bulwark. Fortify briefly grants an additional 100% decaying Other health when activated, almost like a mini Lucio beat. Her major perks are a choice between swapping Javelin Spin out for her old shield, or an improvement to Energy Javelin where it has increased speed and knockback, and pierces enemies when charged to full power. This is going to drastically change the way the game is played. Counter-swapping is going to be a lot harder now that you have to take both new and improved abilities into consideration as well as your own personal hero level, which is great because I don't think I know a single person who actually enjoyed counter-swapping. The last thing I want to talk about that's coming to Season 15 is the thing you saw in the thumbnail, if I decided to put it in the thumbnail. I'm pretty sure I did. Loot boxes are back. Mashallah, the suffering has ended, capitalism has been abolished. The store is still going to be in the game, obviously, but now we can actually earn cosmetics for free again. This is a kind of double-edged sword though, because it officially means that Overwatch 2 is basically just Overwatch 1.5 at this point, as all the old functions of the game are back. They announced 6v6 is here to stay and is getting a comp mode with a limit of 2 tanks, but that's coming in Season 16. Speaking of Season 16, we already know the theme for it, who the Mythic skin is for, some huge new comp rules, a new hero, and a new game mode, which is kind of an old game mode but with extra steps. I don't know, it's confusing. I'll explain it in a minute, but let's talk about the theme of Season 16, Doki Watch. You guys know what this means, you bunch of weebs. This season is themed around magical girls like Madoka and Sailor Moon. Hopefully a bit less depressing than Madoka, but you know, this is Overwatch, so it wouldn't exactly be out of place. Expect to see all your favourite gals donning frilly dresses with ribbons and whatnot, and expect to see Juno donning the frilliest dress with the most ribbons. She's getting the Mythic skin. I can't stop winning. I actually can't stop winning. Speaking of not stopping winning, that made more sense in my head. We might be winning a lot more in Season 16 because they're adding hero bans. They haven't said much more about this, but yeah, they're coming and I'm super excited for it because it means I'll probably run into that big metal bastard a lot less more than I usually do. Map voting is also coming to comp, but that's in Season 17, so that's something to look forward to as well. Right, new stuff. The new hero looks pretty cool, eh? Yeah, I was right. Maximilian isn't the 43rd hero, it's Freya, a Danish woman with an explosive crossbow. She's an ex-operative of Overwatch who's now turned to bounty hunting after the disbandment of Overwatch. Her crossbow works kinda like an automatic ash rifle. Hip firing the crossbow fires a flurry of arrows, but you can scope in to make it fire like a normal rifle. Her abilities are a dash that partially reloads her crossbow, an ability that I can only describe as Baptiste jump without having to do that crouch thing, and a snare shot that kind of acts like Squirrel Girl from Marvel Rivals Trap, where you fire it at an enemy to trap them. She looks pretty fun, but challenging, which is exactly what I like in a hero. As usual with the release of new heroes, we'll get to play around with her next season in a hero trial, probably towards the midpoint or end of the season. Finally, let's talk about the new game mode, Stadium. Stadium is almost like a gauntlet mode, being a best of 7 between 7 smaller variations of pre-existing maps and objectives. The main focus and selling point of this mode is that you'll buy abilities like you did in Junkenstein's Laboratory, but with actual currency. Not coins, not any of that shop stuff, don't worry. After every round, you'll get assessed based on your performance and earn points. You use these points to unlock new abilities and evolve old ones, just like you did at the start of every round in Junkenstein's Laboratory. Yeah, this is essentially just Junkenstein's Laboratory, but permanent and a lot bigger. That's why I said it's not really a new game mode. It's just taking an old concept and expanding on it, making it into a much more substantial game mode, which, you know, it isn't awful. They didn't say whether or not this will be an arcade mode or a main game mode, but I'm hoping it's the latter. I don't ever want to have to play this in comp. I'd actually tear my hair out. But that just about does it for this announcement. They did very briefly talk about some things coming in later seasons, such as a new hero codenamed Aqua and the Tokyo map in Season 18, but they're still heavily in development and we don't really know much more than that they're coming to the game. I'm genuinely really excited to see how all of this stuff plays out. Everything that they've announced is what Overwatch needed to revitalize itself, excluding the return of loot boxes and stuff that was missing from Overwatch 2 that we left in Overwatch 1 for a lot longer than we should have. One thing's for certain, Season 15 and Season 16 have potential to be a turning point for Overwatch. Let's just hope they don't fuck it up. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, let's be honest. Anyways, thanks for watching. This video was a bit longer than my usual ones, so if you enjoyed it, please make sure you subscribe and leave a like on this video. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure you check out some of my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.